Hello and welcome to Move It Workouts, workouts that you can do anytime, anywhere. My name is Sarah and I'll be taking you through 30 minutes of stretch yoga, so let's proceed. If you are very tight in your body and you need some assistance, go ahead and grab some pillows if you would like, or you can grab a very thick blanket or some thick towels and stack them one on top of the other. And let's begin. Coming into a comfortable seated position on your mat, sitting up tall, hands onto your knees, gently closing your eyes and breathing through the nose. Here, inhale and exhale. One more deep inhale and exhale. As you inhale through the nose, fill the belly with air. And as you exhale, pull the belly gently in towards the spine. 4 more breaths like this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last 2 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more deep breath in and exhale. Allowing your breath to come back to its original, more shallow, more comfortable pattern. Just breathing as lightly or as slowly or as deeply as you want to. On your next inhale, gently blinking open your eyes if they were closed. Big smiles on your face. Inhale, raise your hands up towards the ceiling. Take a nice long stretch. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up. Gently swing left and right. Moving very slowly through the upper body. Keeping your lower body grounded firmly into the floor. One more time, over to the left side. As you can see, my knees are still reaching down towards the mat. Do not let the bum lift off. Slowly inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Slowly come back to center. Inhale. Releasing the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now gently gazing up between your palms. Try not to drop your head back too much. Breathing here. Now relax the shoulders away from the ears. But keep reaching the fingertips up tall and nice. And then now gently gaze down towards your chest. Do not move the shoulders. And just look at your chest. If your chest is leaning towards me like this, try to pull it in a little bit more. You're going to feel your lower back release here very slightly. Now your knees might roll up just a little bit, so keep reaching them down towards the floor. Feel your lower belly hug in gently. And you've got a nice long straight line from your fingertips all the way down towards your tailbone. From here, release the fingertips down towards the floor on either side of your hips. And gently walk your fingertips further away from you. Try not to let the torso move. You're going to feel a nice long stretch in the shoulders all the way towards the fingertips. Try not to rock at the elbow. Try not to lock the elbow. Try to release the elbow very, very slightly. Keep it gently bent. Breathing here for 1 more deep breath. And slowly relax. Roll the shoulders out. Rolling it back a few times. And then rolling it forwards a few times. So, for those of you who find it very hard to sit in a comfortable seated position with your legs crossed, go ahead and place a pillow underneath the high side of your knee. So if your knee is pulling up this way, just allow it to rest onto a pillow if you need to. Okay, so my right hip is a little bit tighter. I'm just going to rest my leg just like this. If you are comfortable without, go ahead, just sit on your mat. You're welcome to shake out your legs whenever you want to. We're just going to start from the top of the body all the way down towards the feet. All right, so inhale, dropping your chin down towards the chest. Checking in with your ribs again, making sure your chest is not pushing towards me. Tuck it in just very slightly. Now extend the arms as much as you can and relax the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, roll your left ear towards the left shoulder. Don't move the body, just moving from the neck and the head. Staying here. For another 5, 4, keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3, 2, and 1. Now, very slowly extend your right fingertips towards me. Your thumb is facing up. Beautiful. Okay? And then from here, reach it out to the right side. Move very slowly, especially if you have tightness in the shoulder and in the pecs. You're going to feel this a little bit more. Ooh, breathe. Options to stay here. Options, left hand reaching across over to the head and pushing the head down very gently. Relax your left ear from your left shoulder. Try not to shrug the shoulder up like this. All right, from here, releasing the right fingertips down towards the floor, keeping your arms straight. Keep pointing your fingers out to the side. Staying for another 3, 2, you can close your eyes if you want to. And 1, slowly coming back up. Now reaching it towards me again. Move very slowly, try not to rush anything. And then reach your fingertips down towards the floor in front of your leg if you can. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Reaching it up to shoulder height, reaching towards me again. And then reaching out to the right. Take a breath here. And then slowly reaching it towards the back, trying not to open up the chest. Move only as much as you can. And then reaching it down towards the floor. You're going to feel this in your collarbones, in the front of your neck. This is a very hard place to reach. So hopefully this is giving you a little bit more of a stretch than usual. And slowly releasing everything, coming back to center. Hands onto your knees. Take a nice long inhale here. Just resetting the spine. Exhale. All right, switching legs. This time, left leg in front of the right. If you are on the opposite side, go ahead. It doesn't matter. If you want to shake your legs out for a second, do that as well. This time, we're going to drop the chin down towards the chest. Check in with your chest again. Make sure that it's not reaching forward. And then from here on your inhale, roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. You're going to feel the stretch in the left side of your neck. Try not to move the upper body too much. Now reaching your fingertips towards me. Arm at shoulder height. Left thumb facing up. Breathing here. Slowly reach your left arm towards the left. Ooh, can you feel that stretch? Okay. It's very normal to feel a little bit of discomfort, but if it's massive pain, just keep your arm at an angle. All right. From here, options to stay here. Options, right hand reaching across to the side of the head, pulling the head down very gently. Relax the right ear away from the shoulder. And then from here, reach the fingertips down towards the floor. Keep the arm extended as much as you can. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly reaching it up back to shoulder height. Now reaching your fingertips towards me. Breathe here, move slowly. Exhale, release it down towards the floor. Staying here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it back up to shoulder height. And then reaching it out across to the side. And if you can see, if you can reach the back of the palm a little bit further back. I know this might start to be a little bit sore for some of us, but just stay strong and then slowly reach it down towards the floor. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing, coming back to center. Hands onto your knees, sitting up tall. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. All right, from here, interlace your fingers. Form a nice prayer position. Heel of the palms in towards each other. If you can, bring the elbows in towards each other. If this is really hard, it's okay. Just stay them slightly apart. Knuckles underneath your chin. Shoulders away from the ears. Pull your elbows in towards each other as much as you can. And then very gently, using your fists to push your chin up towards the ceiling, gently gazing up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Keep sitting up tall. Keep your elbows pointing down towards the floor. Staying here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Keeping your hands interlaced. Drop your chin down towards the chest, but make sure you're still sitting up tall. You're not rounding your back. And then slowly from here, place the hands onto the back of your head. Elbows facing out away from you. Shoulders away from the ears. Very gently push your hands into your head, dropping your chin down towards your chest a little bit more. Try not to push too hard. It's a very gentle force that we're working with. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Good job here. Now, crossing your right arm in front of your chest. Fingertips reaching over to the left side. Now, left hand using your forearms to pull in and press against each other. So it's almost like ultraman, but over to the side. All right? You can clench your fists. You can release your fingertips. It's up to you. Now, release that right shoulder down away from your ears. Sitting up tall. Inhale. Exhale, pull it in towards your chest a little bit more. And then from here, options to stay with your head facing towards me or look towards your left shoulder. You're going to feel this in your traps, in the back of your shoulders, breathing here. For another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release that arm. Now reaching your right hand behind you, palm facing the back wall, thumb facing down. Bending at the elbow, reach the back of your palm against your mid-back or your lower back. So your elbow should be out to the side like this. Left hand onto your knee, sitting up tall. Now keep pressing the back of your palm in towards your lower back or your mid-back. Options to stay here. Options for those of you who can maybe walk your right fingertips over to your left hip and see if you can grab your left elbow. If this feels okay for you and you're not leaning too far forward, you can stay here. If this is too much for you, just release. Come back to where's your maximum. All right, from here, breathe. Keep pressing your hand in towards your back. Staying for another 3, 2, and 1. One more on the right arm. Raising your right arm up towards the ceiling. Palm facing me first, and then palm facing the back wall. Thumb reaching over to the right side. Now, some of us might already be struggling here. It's okay, all right? Try to relax the shoulders. Try to sit up tall. And then from here, bending at the elbow, reach your right fingertips between your shoulder blades. And then pull your elbow in towards your right ear, in towards the side of your head. Staying here, keep reaching the fingertips between the shoulder blades, maybe walking them down your back a little bit more. Breathe. 2, and 1 now. Left arm reaching overhead, grabbing the elbow. Inhale, looking up first. And then exhale, reaching over to the left. See, my knees are still on the floor. My hips are still centered. Only my upper body is moving. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. Shake it out. Hands onto your knees. Take a nice long inhale. And exhale. Shake the legs out. Switch legs if you need to. All right. From here, we're going to switch to the other side. Left arm in front of your chest. Reach it over to the right side. And then use your right arm to pull it in closer towards you. Now, left shoulder away from the ear. And try to relax here, but keep pressing against each other. Sorry, I meant your forearms. Keep pressing your forearms against each other here. Stay. Options to stay with your gaze towards me. Options to look towards your right shoulder. Breathing here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Now this time, reaching your left arm out to the side, Palm facing the back wall, thumb is facing down. Bending at the elbow, reaching the back of your left palm against your lower or mid back. Keep pressing your arm against your back, staying here. Keep breathing. You're going to feel that shoulder opening here. Options to stay here, options if you want a little bit more. Walk your left fingertips over towards your right hip. See if you can grab onto your right elbow and sit up tall. Make sure you're not leaning forward. Make sure you're sitting up tall. If that is too much for you, just release and go to your maximum. Stay for another 3, 2, and 1. One more on this side. Left arm reaching up, palm facing towards me. Now reaching your palm towards the back wall. Your thumb is facing over to the left. Okay, relax the shoulders, sit up tall. Now bending at the elbows, reach the fingertips between the shoulder blades. Breathe. Keep walking it down your back if you can. Now pull your elbow in towards your left ear, pulling it in towards the side of your head. 2. Relax the shoulders. Now right arm reaching overhead, grabbing your elbow. Take a nice long inhale, looking up towards the ceiling first for a second. And then exhale, reaching it over to the right side. Knees still down towards the floor. Lower body still grounded into the mat, only moving from the upper body. Staying here for another 3. Good job. 2 and 1. Slowly coming back to center. Release. Hands onto your knees. Take a nice long inhale, neutralizing the spine here. And we exhale. All right, coming into your all fours position, coming onto your hands and knees. Now, those of you who have very sensitive knees, if your knees tend to hurt when you are in a kneeling position, go ahead and place the pillow underneath your kneecaps or get a towel or a blanket. All right, hands onto the floor, toes are tucked under, your hands are directly underneath the shoulders, hips are directly on top of the knees. Press firmly into the hands. Neutral spine, imagine that you're holding a cup or a bowl on your mid-back. As we inhale, we drop the belly down, moving from the tailbone, opening the chest to face forward, gazing up, inhale. As we exhale, we tuck the tailbone under, rounding the back, pressing your palms into the floor, tucking your chin in towards the chest. Inhale, drop the belly down, looking up towards the ceiling, chest facing forwards between the biceps. Exhale, curling it under, chin in towards the chest, round your shoulders up. Breathe. Inhale one more time, dropping the belly down, chest facing forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, curling it under, chin in towards the chest. Keep pressing your palms firmly into the floor. And slowly coming back to a neutral spine. Your lower belly should be hugging in towards your spine. All right, from here, place your left hand firmly into the floor. Right hand up towards the ceiling, opening up towards the right side. Keep your knees firmly into the floor or into the towel. And then as we exhale, we thread the hand through between the knee and the arm. And then we drop the shoulder down towards the middle of the mat. Okay, the side of my head is on the floor. Back of my palm onto the floor. Left hand still beside the face here. Now, your hips are going a lot to the left, so try to pull them back to center. And walk your head forward without moving the shoulder. Breathe. Now, firmly press your right shoulder and the back of your right hand into the floor. You can choose to walk your left fingertips forward towards the top of the mat, or you can stay with your hand by your face. If you want to challenge your balance a bit more, raising your left hand up towards the ceiling. Breathing here for another 3, 2, and 1. Now, left palm down beside your face, press firmly into the left hand. Raising your right hand up towards the ceiling, move very slowly as you twist your body open to the opposite side. And slowly place the palm down. Stay here, press your hands firmly into the floor, neutralize the spine, take one long inhale. And exhale. Now right hand is firmly on the floor, left hand up towards the ceiling, opening your body to the left side. Raise it up, up, up. And as you exhale, thread through the arm and the knee. Dropping the shoulder down towards the floor. Back of the palm onto the floor. Side of the head onto the floor. Keeping your right hand beside your face. Now, your hips are going a lot to the right side, so pull it back to center. Now, without moving the shoulder, walk your head forward very slightly. Breathing here. Option number 1, stay. Option number 2, walk the right fingertips up towards the top of the mat. Option number 3, challenge your balance. Raise the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathing here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly press your right palm in towards the floor. Move very slowly, lifting your head and shoulder. Raising your left hand back up towards the ceiling. Opening very slowly through that front body. And then exhale, place the left hand down. Coming back into your neutral spine. Breathing here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly sitting back into your heels. Walking your fingertips forward, coming into child's pose. If you have enough pillows, go ahead and place a pillow in front of you so your forehead can rest. If not, you can fold your hands underneath your forehead and just allow your forehead to rest on your arms. Sit the bum towards the heels a bit more. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, breathe. 2. And 1. Slowly sitting up onto your heels. Interlace your hands behind your back. If that is very hard to do, go ahead and grab opposite elbows or just shake hands behind your back. All right, from here, inhale, looking up, opening up the shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Maybe see if you are interlacing your fingers, can your knuckles touch your feet? If you are grabbing opposite elbows, can you lift your chest a bit more? And slowly coming back to center, hands onto your knees, round your back, tuck your chin in towards the chest. And slowly come back to center. All right, keeping your pillow or your towel exactly where it is. Keeping your left knee on the floor, tuck your left toes under, hands onto the mat, over to the left side, and then step your right foot forward beside your right hand. Slowly shifting your weight back and forth, straightening your right leg if you can. Slowly shifting forward. Try not to let the knee go past the ankle. Just opening up the hips here. And then when you are at your maximum point, stay, breathe. 2, feel that compression in the hip here. And 1, slowly start to straighten that right leg a little bit more. If you want to, you can lift your toes up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. If you can, straighten your leg fully. If not, just keep your knee bent. 2, and 1. Slowly step yourself back into a kneeling position. Push back, child's pose, 1 breath. As we inhale, we come back up. Right knee is on the pillow or the towel. Tuck your toes under. Hands over to the left side of the mat. Now step your left foot forward on the outside of your left hand. Slowly shifting your weight back and forth again. Opening up the hips here. We don't have to go into a super deep stretch. Make sure the knee doesn't go past the ankle. All right, once you are at your maximum, stay here. Breathe. Feel the compression in the left hip. Breathe. I feel this a little bit in my quads as well. 2, and 1. Slowly start to straighten that left leg. Wiggle it forward if you want to. Point the toes up towards the ceiling. Keep your knee bent. If you can straighten all the way, go ahead. But just really focus on keeping the back as flat as possible. Do not sink the bum back. We're keeping the hips over the knee. Staying here for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring your knees back onto the pillow, sitting onto your heels. Now removing the pillow from underneath your knees and lying down onto your mats. Hugging your right knee in towards your chest. Keep your left foot on the floor, toes pointing up. Keep pulling your right knee in towards you as much as you can. This is called wind relieving pose in yoga. So if you have a lot of gas, this might actually help you to get rid of some of the gas. If you feel the sudden urge to release the gas, go ahead. Nobody around to judge you except your family. Now, placing your hands underneath your thigh, start to kick the right foot up towards the ceiling. If you can straighten your leg, go ahead, release the hands. And just hold on to the thigh just to make sure that it is not going too far away from you. If you need to keep your knee bent, go ahead. Just make sure that your foot is stacked right on top of the hip. Keep pointing your toes down towards you. Stay here. Breathe. If you can straighten your leg, or if you want to, pull your foot in towards your face just a little bit more. Stay. For another 3. Good job. 2. And 1. Slowly release. Hug the knee in towards your chest again. And then drop that right knee over your left hip. So your knee is going over to the left side. Your shoulders are still on the floor. Only go as far as you can. Make sure that your right shoulder is still on the mat. Right arm is in a cactus arm, so at 90-degree elbow. Elbow in line with the shoulders. Okay, if your knee can drop all the way down towards the floor while your right shoulder is still on the mat, go ahead. If not, just allow that knee to float off. Use your left hand to support the knee if you want to, or place a pillow underneath your knee. Staying in this twist for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back to center. Hug that knee in towards your chest one last time. And slowly release. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Keep your right toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. You can point a toe or you can flex it in towards your face. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Keep your head relaxed. Feel the compression in the thigh and in the belly. And then when you are ready, hands onto your thigh. Okay, underneath your thigh. And then kick your foot up towards the ceiling. If you are comfortable here, stay. If you can, maybe straighten the leg a little bit more. Keep kicking the foot up. Keep the foot over the hip. All right, keep your hands here for just a little bit of support. If you need to, bend your knees a bit more. Point the toes down towards your face. Hold it here. Options to stay here. Options to try to pull the leg closer in towards your face if you can. Breathe. 2, and 1. Hug the knee back in towards the chest. Staying here. Flat back against the mat. Shoulders into the floor. And then when you are ready, left knee over your right hip, over to the right side. Keeping your shoulders firmly on the floor. Elbow in line with your shoulder. Elbow at a 90 degree. You can keep your gaze up towards the ceiling or you can look towards the left. Okay, focus is to keep the shoulders on the floor. If the knee doesn't touch the floor, it is okay. Breathe. 2. And 1. Slowly bring yourself back to center and hug that left knee in towards your chest. One more time. Now bring both knees into your chest. Staying here, you can hug yourself in. Curl your nose up towards your knees if you want even more of a stretch. And slowly release your head down towards the floor. Releasing your legs down towards the mat. Legs extended, arms extended, palms facing up, fingers curled naturally. If your lower back is lifting off the mat a lot and you feel really uncomfortable, step into the mat. Feet are wide as the mat, and then allowing the knees to knock in towards each other, giving some relaxation to your lower back. If not, just stay with your legs extended and just rest here. Relaxing your feet, your thighs, your hips, your belly. Excuse me. your belly, your fingers, your elbow, your ribs, your shoulders and your chest, your throat. Don't have a frog stuck in your throat like mine. Relaxing your jaw. Allowing your tongue to fall into the roof of your mouth. Relaxing the space between your eyebrows. Breathing here. You can choose to continue to stay in your Shavasana for a longer amount of time. If not, slowly start to bring awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Bring your feet in towards each other, reaching your arms overhead, taking a nice long stretch. And exhale, relax. Gently hugging your knees in towards your chest. And then rolling over to your right side, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. You can keep your eyes closed. And then when you're ready, use your left hand to push yourself back up into a seated position, facing me. Sitting up nice and tall, hands onto your knees. Taking a nice long inhale through the nose, coming back to where we started in the beginning of the class. One more deep inhale and exhale. Gently blinking open your eyes, big smile on your face. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to, join your palms to your heart center. It's okay if you don't want to. Keep your hands on your knees. Inhale, lifting your chest towards your thumbs. And exhale, thumbs between your eyebrows. And bow to your hearts. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. So everyone is very encouraged to do 30 minutes of physical activity daily. Stay home, but don't let that stop your activity and staying active. I will see you guys very soon. My name is Sarah. Stay healthy and be safe, everyone.